Everybody, today I'm going to be working on the background a little bit. I'm going to be putting on an underpainting. This way I have the drawing drawn in here, and I usually work on the background first, and that's what I'm going to be doing now. So that's what I'm looking at here. I have my paints all set up here. When I'm doing a background, or when I'm doing the initial underpainting, I use a product called Gamsol. Gamsol is a odorless mineral spirits that's produced by the Gambling Company, and it's really good. It helps thin the paint down, and when you're doing oil painting, what you're doing is you always want to follow the thick over thin rule, or the fat over lean rule. Basically what that means is the first layers of paint have mostly turpentine or mineral spirits or something that really thins the paint down, and there's very little oil in the layer. As you progress in the painting, you want to put more and more oil into the paint, because that paint is going to stick over the previous layers of thinner paint. Okay, so this is our first layer, so I'm going to be using almost all odorless mineral spirits, or Gamsol, and very little paint. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint in this pillar here first. And that looks like it's kind of a grayish, greenish, brownish color, so what I'm going to use is a little bit of midnight brown with Gamsol. I'll mix that together here. Midnight brown, a little bit of sap green, a little bit of white, and a little bit of black mixed together. Sap green's kind of strong, so I'm going to be using a little bit more brown and ivory black. Test the paint out a little bit on the canvas to make sure it's the right color. That's too green, so I'm going to use a little bit more white and brown and black. A little bit. I need a little bit browner and blacker to make it a little bit grayer. I'm just putting an initial wash of the paint. I wouldn't even call this the underpainting yet. This is just getting some color on the canvas. A rag in my hand so I can control the amount of paint that I'm putting on the canvas. We have it drawn in here, so I'm basically just following where I drew it. I'm going to spread the paint out a little bit just to make it a little bit more even. Just trying to get some paint on the canvas with this piece. You don't have to worry about any details or anything. Because it has a lot of mineral spirits in here at this stage, it's going to dry real quickly. Probably dry in less than 24 hours. Right. I'm looking at my picture here. I want to put this pillar back here that's behind him, and that's much darker. has more brown and black in it, so I'm going to mix more brown and black into the mixture. No green, just brown and black together. Vandyke brown and ivory black. Now I like to use a large brush. This is a number 7 bristle brush when I'm doing the background, because you're just trying to block in color here. You're not worrying about detail at all. So. Just cast it out a little bit. It looks good. Fill it in. See if you don't hit the sketch of the body area. Over here. Okay. Now there's a large area here where we're standing in the beach area. And I would say that color has brown, black, white, and burnt umber. So I'm going to mix those 4 together. Vandyke brown, ivory black, titanium white, and burnt umber. That's too brownish. Kind of a blue-gray a little bit too. Maybe a tiny bit of blue in it too. And white. Okay, that's pretty good color. Really. Alright, that's the color I want. I'm going to go in here, and the beach comes up to here. And where the water is, comes through there. If my paint is getting too thick, I just put more mineral spirits with it to thin it down, so I can spread it out easier. This is all going to end up in beach area we're standing on. It's almost like painting a watercolor at this stage. Some of the colors are going to bleed together, like the pillar here and your beach. It doesn't really matter. The whole goal here is just to get the paint blocked in. The way I paint portraits or any kind of painting for that matter is the indirect method, where you put layer on top of layer. There's 2 ways to paint paintings. It's either indirect method, like I'm doing, or alla prima. Alla prima is more of a 1 layer method. You put the paint on thick and try to get it more powerful in one stage, which works nice. I've seen a lot of beautiful alla prima paintings. John Singer Sargent was an alla prima artist, and he was probably Probably the greatest portrait artist in American history. I just like to use indirect method because it allows me to go back in different layers and modify the layers I put previous. I try to keep improving on them. The paint looks like it's on a little bit too dark. Just kind of rub it a little bit with some mineral spirits. We'll take it off. Goes up to here. Even take a paper towel and go like that. Alright, so most of the beach, or all of the beach is blocked in here. Pretty good. Now we need to look at the sky. Let me wash this brush a little bit. The sky is just blue and white. Using crushing blue and white, and mineral spirits, rubbing it in. The paint's going to run because there's a lot of mineral spirits in it, so it's kind of work with that. Now there's a water line here where the ocean is. The ocean goes straight across here behind. So I'm going to put more blue in there. Make it darker, more blue and black. I'll make it too dark. That's where the ocean's going to be. Now, there's a lighter white, there's a lighter blue color here, where the water is reflecting on the beach. There's going to be more white and mineral spirits. Block that area there. And there. It is beach area, so I'm going to go back to this area. I used the beach at the bottom here and put it back in here. I'm just going to run, spread it out as it runs. It's going to blend together a little bit, don't worry about that. The paint is real thin, so you might want to lay the paint flat while it dries at this point, so it doesn't run around too much. Kind of even out the ocean area here around there. That's all there is to it. That's how you block in a background. Thanks for watching.